Now to tonight's special election for the open seat in the New York State Senate, where the Democrat Jeremy Zellner earned a landslide victory tonight to fill the seat vacated by Sean Ryan after he became the mayor of Buffalo earlier this year. Zellner beating Republican Dan Gagliardo by 20 percentage points and more than 6,000 votes tonight. Zellner declaring victory just about an hour ago. The 61st District covers parts of Buffalo, the city and town of Tonawanda, Grand Island, Kenmore, and Williamsville. In just a moment, Michael Wooten and political analyst Bob McCarthy will break down tonight's results. But first, Northtown's reporter Eileen Buckley live in Tonawanda tonight, where Zellner watched the results come in. Eileen.
Jeff, it was a big victory for Democrat Jeremy Zellner as he slid by his Republican opponent Dan Gagliardo for that special election for the Senate seat. Now, supporters had gathered here earlier at the Eldridge Club in the city of Tonawanda to give him a great big cheer. Zellner cheered on by a number of top elected Democrats. He was introduced by Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz. Zellner hit the stage with his wife and 2 children. Zellner declaring victory and pledging that he's ready to go to Albany to fight for what he says are policies that President Trump has inflicted on our communities.
We won, and we won big. With your help, we sent a message tonight that the Democratic Party in Erie County is united. And make no mistake that this win shouts it from the rooftops that Trump and his MAGA movement have no place here in Western New York. Because people from the Tonawandas are through with his threats to our health care. And Grand Island has got the message that we need to fight for the tariffs that make gas and groceries expensive. Amherst acted tonight to say that our democracy needs protection. And the city of Buffalo said the best is yet to come.
Afterwards, he told reporters that running for this office was a tough task amid negative ads by his opponent. But he says winning is overwhelming this evening. And I asked him what made the difference in his success. He said it was really a strong, positive message that he delivered to the voters. Now, Zellner is expected to travel to Albany tomorrow, where he will be sworn in. But this special election really only temporary, as he probably will be facing off against State Assemblyman John Rivera, a Democrat, in the Democratic primary in June. Reporting live in the city of Tonawanda, Eileen Buckley, 7 News.
Eileen, thank you. Meantime, in Amherst, Dan Gagliardo watched the results come in from his restaurant on Transit Road. He conceded around 10 tonight, thanking his voters. And when asked about what made him run for this election following an unsuccessful run for Amherst Town Supervisor, Gagliardo said he wanted to build on the momentum of that campaign and engage voters.
Coming from the supervisor's race into this race, what I had thought was that we could keep the momentum going. I still think that the campaign that we ran was the best I've ever seen. But, you know, you don't understand, like, special elections are much different than the general, and you don't know what to expect, so it could either go either way. So today was just one of those days where, again, 12% of the vote is not a lot of people. I can't believe we have 205,000 people out there and only 12% vote. There's something wrong with that. We need to change that. We need to engage people. That's what the whole campaign was about.
Gagliardo also thanked his campaign, said his team can now move toward helping other candidates in the next election. For more on tonight's special election, let's bring in Michael and Paul.
And good evening, Jeff. Thank you. So, Bob, let's just build off of what Dan Gagliardo said there. He said 12% turnout. We think it's going to end up being about 14, right, maybe approaching 15%. Right. Very low. A little over 30,000 people voted in the special election. If you go back to 2024, when Sean Ryan won re-election, it was a presidential year, heavy turnout, but it was 150,000 people voting. You never know what's going to happen when turnout is that low, but this kind of played out as expected.
It's the nature of a special election, Michael. You're 14%, that's about the best you can count on, especially in these weather conditions and everything else. It's probably the best you can count on. But, you know, when you really come down to it, I think the story of this election tonight was put together by the people who reapportioned this district a few years ago. They stacked it and loaded it with lots and lots of Democrats, and that's what happened here tonight. too many Democrats for a Republican to try to overcome, especially in this kind of climate of Republicans facing some tough sledding right now, too.
Yeah, when we talk about the breakdown of voters, it's something like 90-some thousand Democrats, about 50,000 Republicans, so nearly a 2-to-1 margin. Eileen mentioned there that, we'll have Senator Zellner for about a year's time, a little less than that. He'll have to face a primary this June and then run for re-election again in November.
That could be the real election, this one coming up in June, with Assemblyman John Rivera challenging Jeremy Zelner for this seat. It's going to be an election that will essentially rip apart a party that Jeremy Zelner has worked very hard to unite, but there's already some signs of fissures that are developing across this Senate election. You got some other factors that might be involved too. Minor parties such as the Working Families Party. What role will they play? Could that make a difference divvying up the vote, especially in the general election that would follow in November? So this is just a first step for Jeremy Zelner, and there's a lot more to go through. And they will be difficult roads for him to follow in this thing, I think, too.
Yeah, Zellner mentioning there in part of his acceptance speech that the Democratic Party in Erie County is together. We'll see if that holds as we head toward.
Well, you're going to have a primary,
June.
So it isn't going to be together.
Right. Yeah. All right. Bob McCarthy, Bob, thanks as
Michael.
always for your analysis. Want to remind everybody you can go to WKBW.com where we have the results posted there. Still about 2% of the vote to come in, so we'll get some final results. You can see all of our coverage on this special election race.